Hi guys, Tara Harris here with Team Travel Source, and I am interviewing Leah Rauch with Varsity All Star. We are going to talk today about the inaugural Youth Summit. Hey Leah, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. It's so good to see you.
So good to see you as well. I've heard so many great things about the Youth Summit, but let's start off. Let's introduce our Partnercast viewers. Who is Leah? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am the director of All Star Experience for Varsity Southwest, um, which basically means I touch all experience assets. So I'm looking at the big picture for where our events are located, what tier they are. Are they a Grand Nationals? Are they a Challenge? Which means the difference of bid types. In the day to day, I look and make sure that we have all the kind of experience assets at events, photo opportunities, review all the awards for the participants and the coaches, just all those little pieces.
Awesome. And for those viewers that aren't very familiar with All Star Cheerleading, why don't you just give us, a quick snippet of what is the day in the life at an event with an All Star cheerleader? What do they go through during a competition?
Well, at one of our larger events, they're going to go through the registration process and probably get an athlete credential. They get to go through their warm up area. They get to go on deck and get to meet with those staff members who are going to hype them up before they go on the performance floor. After they compete, they'll typically move to the side and do a video review of the routine with their coach. They're going to get an athlete gift at that time, probably, and then get to celebrate with their parents and wait for awards.
So the Youth Summit just happened a couple weeks ago. Very first
Yeah.
time, the inaugural Youth Summit. Tell us a little bit about how that event came to be.
Well, a few things, but first of all, we knew that there was a void for this specific age group, and we wanted to do something unique and celebrate that age of athlete, which comes in all kinds of levels, which we saw a few weeks ago in Tampa. But we wanted it to feel fun yet highly competitive. And we wanted to make sure that the summit experience and that brand was consistent and delivered, even though it was outside the Disney walls.
And, from what I've heard, the Youth Summit exceeded pretty much everybody's expectations for the first year. What was the experience like for those teams in Tampa?
I would say, me personally, it felt like pure joy. I felt like for the first time in a long time, I felt an excitement in the walls. I feel like the staff really delivered a youthful and joyous experience from all the way through. So when the kids, came through with their athlete credential and they got to see the really cool semi-den in the front lobby, we had all kind of interactive photo opportunities. Debbie Larson did an incredible job of executing all those. I think we probably had like 8 or 10 photo opportunities, which I know is just really important for the kids. So we really made sure that their experience outside of the 2 minutes and 30 seconds they were on the floor, that they felt like they were being focused on, that they were having fun, that the families felt like they could be part of it. And the staff really delivered that experience. And it was really refreshing to be part of that.
Oh my gosh. And what has the response been like from customers?
Overwhelming in all the best ways.
That's fantastic.
I have felt I have gotten more positive feedback from this event, from parents and coaches and athletes. Coaches telling me that they are creating more youth teams just to come back to this event. The kids are telling their coaches they want to stay on a youth team to come back to this event. I don't know that there's a better compliment than that.
No,
Truly.
absolutely not.
And I feel like the staff and I just really delivered that. We were all very proud and honored
That's
to be a part of the inaugural year.
So I also heard that there was a very special visitor guest that was introduced at the Youth Summit. Tell me all about Summy.
So Semi is my new best friend. He has been a thought for over a year, and the marketing team absolutely grand slam pulled it off. Tina Sexton, who is at the head of that project, did an incredible job. Semi himself is so lovable. He was so sweet. I absolutely loved seeing him in person, interact with all the kids. He's a perfect friend to have in the Summit Championship Series. It just really kind of brought a new level of life to our reveals and awards and kind of that interactive experience with the kids. I mean, he was playing games, dance parties. It was just really cool. And to see him at the meet and greets was really something else. We had to like have security detail on him. The kids were just like attaching themselves onto him, which was just really, really cool.
And I love it. And he's a Yeti, right?
And he's a Yeti.
He's
yes.
a Yeti, straight from the climb. He made the climb all the way back down the mountain to come join us at the summits, right?
Yes. And I am sure that he is back in his den sleeping, because let me tell you, he worked so hard for 3 weeks in a row.
Love it. So, Tampa was kind of a new destination for Varsity. There's not a ton of events in Tampa. How was the city? How were you able to kind of navigate, and why was that the choice?
So, we had done an amazing competition in 2016, the inaugural D2 Summit at that venue, which had overwhelming amount of success and praise after that event. The venue, in a perfect environment, and what we felt like that these two events could hone in on, was the accessibility for the parents. It's walking distance to so many great restaurants. The food scene down there is fantastic. You're right on the water. There is, dozens of hotels, within walking distance. They have a fantastic tram and train situation with public transportation. The city of Tampa has done an incredible job of developing a perfect visitors experience. And so when we kind of were able to meet with the city about all the things that we needed to make sure that our parents and spectators got to experience was one of a kind. And they did a wonderful job doing that for us. And I know that now that they've kind of seen live and in person what to expect, I can only imagine that our partnership with the city will get even better.
That's awesome. Now, I know we had a couple of our varsity account managers that went down to Tampa prior to the event to do like a pre-con with the city and the hotels to make sure that they were all like set and ready to go, making sure that the check-in process, the first experience that they have really once they get there is the hotels, right? So making sure that process was easy. How has Team Travel Source throughout the season, how has our staff helped yours?
It's helped tremendously. I think that I'm sometimes always the go-to person for our customers, and in the hotel area, it's outside of my wheelhouse, and the staff at Team Travel Source has been an incredible resource for me. They answer all the questions for these coaches, get all their needs met, and work with different budgets. And it's been a great partnership that I've been very grateful for.
Oh, I love to hear that. So the season's over. What do you do now?
Well, the season's over, but believe it or not, we're already fiercely working on next year. It is a ongoing cycle for us. I am happy to close this chapter of 22-23, and it's been a wonderful year. But I am really looking forward to a lot of new things for the Southwest region in this 23-24 season, looking to add some new events. We're working really hard with our team on new awards and new branding for some of our brands, which is very exciting. So I go into a slower pace, but still working hard on all the things that you have to do in the summer to make sure next season is really successful.
That's true. It's going to be here before you know it. If the years are short, but the days are long, I feel it all the time. Seems like they fly by.
True.
So what do you do outside of work? How do you spend your free time? What little you sometimes get through the season?
I do. And summertime is a really special time for me, and I take full advantage of my free weekends. So I have an incredibly close family. I'm from Antonio, Texas, and my parents and sisters live there. So my husband and son and I will travel there probably by the end of the month and get to go spend some time in San Antonio with them. I have a lot of different passions. I love running and have a beautiful backyard that I spend as much time as I possibly can before it gets too hot in Houston. I have vegetables and fruits that I grow, and probably 100 tropical plants. I also am an avid cooker, so I love cooking, and it's definitely something that I enjoy tremendously.
I love it. Well, Leah, this has been fantastic. Where can our viewers learn more about Varsity All Star and the Youth Summit?
So all of our information is on varsity.com. Click All Star, and then there's an end of season event tab, and Youth Summit and the celebration are on that tab. And keep updated periodically. We're going to add new stuff throughout the summer, and we do have a Varsity University course for all the coaches and gym owners in New Orleans this year at the end of July.
Ooh, that sounds
So
fun.
we'll be looking to kind of be sharing some big news about our end of season events at that Varsity University.
Well, that sounds like a ton of fun in New Orleans. Leah, it has been
Not a bad.
fantastic talking to you. Our history goes way back, and I enjoy watching the success that you personally and Varsity in general is having right now. So I'm your little cheerleader back here in the background, but I'm so glad that I get to continue to work with you guys with our Team Travel Source partnership.
Same to you, Tara.
Awesome.
I've loved it. Thank you.
You're so welcome, and I look forward to chatting with you again soon, Leah.
You too. Thanks, Tara.
Bye.